Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a fog misty Friday the 14th of August. It was 52. When it's that warm all of a sudden, that's a sign that the weather is going to be kind of thick. I love it when the fog is all in the mountains back there. It makes it very pleasing. That's about the area that we see when we go walking down the road with the mutts. But it's supposed to be, I think, mostly cloudy today. Yeah, no rain for like 10 days, so that's fine. But 81 degrees is supposed to be the expected high today. And you get to work and get that police bike finished up on the 24K service, and whatever else comes along. Man, I ain't getting hardly nowhere on that thing because I got interrupted with the charging system BMW, and then like tons of spider customers, which is fun. I enjoy doing it, and they schedule me in a way that allows those things to happen. But it's fun talking to all the people, some that I haven't seen for years. It's always good to see everybody doing well. But on that, we're going to head to the Southland and start off a Friday. Oh man, look at the red already starting to show in the middle of that what you call it, tree there. What do you call it, crackling aspen or something like that? Something like that. But anyway, let's roll. 65 degrees here in Van Chulo, mostly cloudy. Don't know what it's supposed to do today. Didn't pay attention to what the weather.
Do something.
Yep. High of 82 they're predicting.
Very good.
1 degree higher than home. Well, Mama,
Yes, up.
it's Friday.
Yay.
Hot almighty. We got here in enough time. We do a quick little thing before we go in.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, let's go do just that.
All righty.
All right.
Have a wonderful day. Hubba,
You do
hubba.
the same thing, Mama.
I love you.
Love. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.
This is that Ryker that we fixed the wiring harness on. So he's got a drip pan under her at the moment, and I haven't pushed it inside because I don't want it to. If it's leaking anywhere else, it doesn't appear. Seems to be dripping from that one spot. My pan isn't filling up. Still kind of smoke hazy out here. And anyway, I don't know when that's on my schedule. Probably Monday or something. I did get the BMW done. So why are these things always unlocked or just not shut? But yeah, I've been whizzing and a burning today. Got that BMW done. Actually, I just got it done. Finishing it up, I'll tell you a story here. Because of tools, the lack of detailed instructions, you don't want to mess with one of these. When you work on these, everything has to be perfect. For obvious reasons, these things get wrung out. You don't want to be on the bad end of 12 of your peers if you do something and hurt one of these guys. So, I mean, the care and time taken is unimaginable. For me, anyway. I really like this Low Rider ST. I don't know. It seems like I've opened. Maybe it was something else. I'm just impressed how well the shocks and stuff work on those things. And I love how they have it set. I mean, you can undo these, like I said before, and have it no further. But then the shock's going to top out. But I love how they have a net. What does it do at the bottom? Oh, it's just a continuation of the net or something? I think it's supposed to lay in there flat. But, you know, if you open it up, things aren't going to slip out. I really like that. I like how it's got the closure similar to the, like the top loading bags on all the other big street bikes from Harley. don't think that's Harley stuff. Maybe it is. Harley usually puts something on there to let you know they're Harley. It doesn't look like they're mounting. Maybe it is. You guys can tell me. Let me know. Oh, it's got like a... Oh, that's wicked. It's got like a red flag or something that sticks up to let you know, hey dude, your bags aren't locked. Don't take off. And they seem to be shockingly roomy for what they are. I mean, that's a lot of room in that thing. And it's got traded in. It's a gentleman that I'm assuming, just an assumption, that he's like crazy wealthy. He buys something, keeps it for a little bit, and then trades it off on something else. He doesn't care whether he's losing money or not. He just likes to experience as many motorcycles as he can. And 209 miles he traded in on a Indian Pursuit. I imagine that'll probably change pretty soon. Hope somebody opened the gate for that gentleman, because he sure is just coming right on in. But anyway, so I thought, you know, I'd do things up quick, because usually I, you know, let them run, get them up the temperature, set the oil level and all that stuff, and then I hook it up to I don't have the BMW diagnostic. Actually, I don't have a diagnostic thing at all, other than they can show me the codes and stuff and tell me what it is, but doesn't go any further. You know, that thing I showed you guys I got for resetting everything. But what I do is I reset the adaptive values, the twist grip, the throttle bodies. It's like electronic sync, and then the adaptive fuel deals. When you do all three of those, it just, and then when you're done, just let them sit there and idle for a while, and they're happy. The thing with BMWs, it needs to have some temperature in it when you're using the tool that I'm using to set the twist grip. So you just gotta let them run for just a couple of minutes, and because it won't set, and it just throws a code because it's not setting. And so anyway, fired up, just let it. I mean, it's probably 15 seconds or 20 seconds or so. Shut it off, and then dive back in and do where you relearn the twist grip. It needs to know where 0 and full throttle is. And anyway, then it's set. And the app changed from what it was before. It says, turn the key off and hit OK or continue. And then you go and then key on and then hit OK. And it has all these steps that you go through to perform that thing. Well, once it got to the learning, the last part is to hold the twist grip. And, it's got a red bar. Red bar turns green saying it's learned. And then once it says that, hit OK, and then it has you shut it off and boot it back up again. Anyway, it wasn't clearing the red bar. It wasn't learning it till I ran it for a few seconds. It's not this one. It's the one I had on the rack yesterday. This one's got the bad stator. And I can only test the rectifier part of it. The regulator, the only way you can test it is if the charging system's working. If it overcharges, then it's not working. But there's no static test for that. But rule of thumb, I always do this with anything that needs a stator, go ahead and get both components. Because the other one, something was going on that overworked it. I've literally seen people, replace like a stator and come right back, the stator goes bad. And they didn't want to replace the regulator rectifier. I always do them as a set. It's your charging system, unless you know definitively what caused your stator to short out. The interesting thing is none of the phases, there's 3 phases in this type of stator. Even, all the Harleys and stuff are 3-phase nowadays too. But anyway, usually there's 1 phase that's shorted to ground, and none of them were to ground. Oh, I I did a search, and then somebody commented. I don't know if they commented today. I read it today. This is not a VVT. I don't know what the electronic whiz-bangy thing here is on the side. I mean, it's got control wires going into it. Don't know what it does. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's a cam sensor that's in there, and that's just a cover that covers it. It's not VVT. I bet you 117 high output and that soft tail frame, that thing will get it. So I've been watching some of the Sturgis videos, and it is amazing how many Low Rider STs you see out there. But not one. I see a lot of white and bright colored ones. I haven't seen one like this black color. I'd love to snatch up on that thing, but I can't do anything like that. I mean, the business I'm in is super, super slow. You know, everybody, I mean, it's slow enough, you know, people are starting to talk and are kind of concerned, you know, is there a point that, you know, they're going to go enough is enough and start letting people go? We could end up with a skeleton crew here. So yeah, I don't need to be spinning anything. Although I would love to have that sitting in my garage. That thing is hot looking. That thing just makes me go pitter putter. And I love just that, you know, that small shield but functional. You know, you got vents coming in from the side, the one in the top. I mean, that just relieves all that rolling air that comes around you. And I'm a big fan of that crinkle coat. Boys, they get dirty, but with the right stuff, you can sure clean it. I love that old FXDR look to it. Looks like the same LED headlight that's on my Slim. It may be small, but I think in flat, it tosses some light out there. It's pretty impressive. Got a little fender on there, like my Sportster. There's just enough to say you have a fender on there. They'll fling crap absolutely everywhere. You get caught in the rain, and it's stuff's gonna fly. But I don't know. It's all about the look, I reckon. Anyway. I'll just chit chat with y'all for a moment. I'm at a point I can kick back and relax for a little bit. I need to look. I think I got some paperwork for something that needs to be done. I could probably figure out how to get that Spider out there. It's a 2012 with a bunged up battery. I don't know when that's on my. I need to get that thing in. Maybe I'll do that next. Made it home safe and sound. Been calling Danny. He was here when we got home. He's out here roaming around. You still see the smokes in the sky. But I think the air quality index is like 46. Which is, you know, way more than what we normally have. Sometimes on windy days, when it's dry and it's windy, it just kicks up dust and stuff. And that'll kick the number up a little bit, but... in the wintertime it rains so much that it's pretty low around here. I don't know where the daggum Danny Magoo's at. He's out roaming deep somewhere. I mean, we just seen him here a little bit. Of course, he might be in the house and nobody knows it. Sometimes he'll go hang out in the kitchen with Christy. Well, looks like it's just gonna be you and I. You and I and all the folks on YouTube. I'm gonna take this walk. Oh, you're sniffing for something. Oh, right. You take a quick little potty break. We'll admire I had the hardest time getting this Zoom to work. The whole roll bells out there. Sure, it's a peaceful, quiet night. Danny was following us for a while. I didn't even know Christy. We got home, she must have taken off. I must have walked literally right past where her car was and didn't notice it wasn't there. So I turn around, there's Danny coming. And Christy comes around and starts coming down the road. Well, he recognizes all our cars. And, you know, being warm out, I'm sure she had the windows down, and Christy can't go anywhere without Ray Lynn going with her. And I'm sure he heard Ray Lynn, and he turned around and high-footed right back to the house. He goes, Ray Lynn or Dad and Sasha, Ray Lynn wins. It's crazy, them two. I say that all the time. It's just so adorable how protective he is of her. Holy moly. And like, he'll be on the floor, and she just flops on top of him, and he just sits there. He, you know, scratches his ears and belly and stuff like that, and he's just content as can be, which is really weird, because at first he was scared to death of her. You know, she'd come near him and he'd take off, but none of the dogs were used to, you know, kids being around at that point. So, boy, that's changed. I hear her all the time, Dad. She calls him Danner. She goes, Danners, and runs up, and his little face glows, and, you know, he's been outside, and, you know, he comes in and sits down, and she's, you know, back in her room back there, and comes out and sees that he's inside, and they all get excited like they haven't seen each other in a week. I love that. It's funny how dogs can be so attracted to somebody. Sasha, almost every night, I've told you this probably 100 times anyway, Sasha sleeps at my feet. I'm usually up until all hours of the morning. You're such a goof, Sasha. But in the mornings when Kelly gets up, Kelly gets up and shuts the door to the bedroom. So when I get up, and when I, you know, finally get up, I get up and I go out. She's already fed the dogs and everything else, and Sasha hangs out on the front porch. So, you know, I have the same during the work week. I have a muffin and some oatmeal, and I haven't got up and washed my hands yet, you know, so I just eat it and have, you know, where I'm holding it, I just throw that in the little oatmeal bowl, and I take that out to Sasha every morning. She's sitting on the porch, and just the way her little face just lights up and glows when she sees me coming out that door, and it just warms your heart. Boy, she loves them little muffin pieces. It's like little peanut butter cookies. Her little eyes get all kind of half-mast, and she kind of rolls the thing in her mouth, like trying to savor the flavor. A few years ago, we had to take her to the hospital. They just fell in love with her. She goes, she's a good old farm dog. She don't get no baths or nothing like that. She just hangs out. I comb her when she lets me, but it's all kind of just fizzling out. Once you get that first comb in, it kind of loosens everything, and it just all falls out. There's a rabbit on the side of the road up there. Anyway, she's my little buddy. At night and dinner time, if it's any kind of chicken, she drives everybody in the house nuts. She goes running around to each person. Christy likes making things spicy, so you gotta be careful what you give Sasha, because she can't handle spicy stuff. Or you'll go through this whole thing where she doesn't eat for 2 days, and then she's 2 days without her medicine to keep her tummy all healthy. And so you end up in this little vicious circle. And you gotta watch the kids, because sometimes they'll eat back in their bedroom, and they're busy doing something, and they'll set their plate on the floor, you know, and not pick it, you know, before they take it to the kitchen. Well, Sasha will come in here and chomp on it, but we've learned them, because, you know, like chicken bones and stuff like that. But most of the kids don't eat chicken off the bones. I don't know how these kids are gonna learn how to eat on their own when they get on their own, because Christy takes all the chicken off the bones, so I don't have to worry about her getting Get them chicken bones. Anyway, little snippets of dog life with the Smoak family. Homestead. And all the dogs have the other 3 dogs have their dog beds, and that's where they sleep. So, you know, they're not like all over the place. When it's super hot, they'll sit out in the middle of the living room or something where the air conditioning, we got a ceiling fan that just slowly moves around that circulates the air conditioner air, so they'll lay out there, or they'll lay on the, you know, the wood floor in the kitchen, because that's nice and cool. But we don't get any messes from them. If we have to leave them inside for some reason, we take 4 little squares of these, you know, the potty pads, and set them in the middle of the floor. And if any of them have to, usually they're just clean. Most of the time we just pick them up and fold back up again, like 99% of the time. But if we're gone for a while and one of them can't make it, they'll precisely land whatever it is, number 1 or number 2, right on those pads. Danny doesn't hike his leg. He'll hike his leg on the wheels of the cars and for some reason the shop door, but he doesn't hike his leg anywhere in the house. Leo was a bad problem with that. Sasha. She was concentrating, Dad. Shishi. Nobody ever sees your face. I think about that when I'm doing the videos. Nobody, look here. Look at you. What do you got all over you? You got weeds and stuff all over your face. You have to pick all these things out of her before she can go inside every night. Especially this time of year. Well, earlier it was real bad when everything's growing. Anyway, let's roll. Back to the homestead. Come on, G. I reckon that'll be it for the walk this evening. The beautiful sunset going on back there. Man, very nice. It's comfortable breeze. I can't look and see what the temperature is at the moment. Everything's running different things. But I gotta imagine it's probably mid-70s or something. With a light breeze, it feels really good. Them crazy looking smoke-filled skies. One thing about them, they are cool looking. I'm gonna roll out and get with the mama and do the pre-recorded goodbye as we usually do on work days, and that'll be that. And the goodbye, we said we started our weekend. I consider this part of my weekend, taking the old mutt or mutts for a walk. So we'll go to that. I appreciate you watching. Sasha says thanks. Well, hello there, YouTube. Made it home on Friday.
We did. Safe and sound.
Yeah. The BMWs and stuff that left went upstairs to get the front tire put on it. The tire machines are broke. Balancers broke. It's a lot of money sitting down there that 2 people that shouldn't have been touching it touched it.
Yeah.
But they're not there anymore, so
Yeah.
you can blame the past. But anyway, it was a fun day. Mom said she was busy. Didn't have any angry people, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
And it's pretty peaceful for me as well.
That's good.
Nice way to a Friday to start off a weekend. Drive home was very slow. There was no wrecks, no nothing.
I don't know what the backup was.
Yeah, it was and both north and south lanes were
backup.
both sides. No idea what it was. First I thought it was the fairground because the fair's going on at the Clark County Fair. No, that wasn't it. Actually, it was worse after that. But anyway, it was just part of the drives home. But we're home. The weekend starts now.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Saturday or Sunday.
Heck yeah. All right. Appreciate you watching.
Yes, and we see you tomorrow.
Yep. Bye-bye now.